Yep. Yeah.
You said about a farm?
It's the micro farm. It's Babylon Farms.
Oh, yeah, the one that y'all just talking about, actually.
Yes.
All right, have fun. How long is it gonna?
Half hour, 40 minutes.
Okay. You want this close?
Yeah.
All right, guys, have fun.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Hi. How's everyone doing?
Uh, this is Sarah and
This is Sarah. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the director of marketing with Babylon Micro Farms, and this is Taylor. And I'm Taylor. I am Birmingham Green's account manager. So I work with the team there that manages, primarily Jeff manages the farm that grows on site there. Hopefully, you all have seen it. Raise of hands if you've walked by and seen it. Do you know what we're talking about?
in the farm. The one that's by the dining room.
Yeah, so we help support, we manufacture, sell, and support those units. So we're here today just to kind of chat with you guys and answer any questions you have. We have some questions to ask you guys. Just really kind of chat about that particular farm and what it's doing there at your facility. Before we get started, Jeff, is there any specific questions or topics that I know we've asked this before, but I just want to make sure. Are there any specific questions or topics that get discussed around there that you want us to answer for you or kind of weave into the chat today?
No, we're kind of open for whatever, however it goes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. All right. Okay, so some of the things that we like to just chat about is kind of how it weaves into your day-to-day there. So out of everything that you've grown in the farm, Jeff, this is more of a question for you, but maybe others can chime in and say what their thoughts are too. Out of everything that you've grown in the farm, what has become a surprise favorite to you, to the dining staff, and to the residents?
They get amazed at the cilantro when it grows. Believe it or not, the height that it is, that they're
Yeah.
like, you need to cut it. It's not time.
Yeah.
But every day, like we just used lettuce today that I harvested the day before with our hamburgers. So
Nice.
we harvest it, use it in the spices we use a lot in, like the cilantro and the basil. We do what we call a Vibrant Minds program here. So it's brain health food, and these tie into that great, like the lemon basil chicken.
Ooh, that sounds
The
Ooh,
fresh
that does sound
basil
good. Yeah.
with the lemon juice and the lemons to do that. The lettuce we use in our salads, we use it for sandwiches. But the cilantro and the parsley, I think the residents get the most kick out of watching how high it grows.
Cool. Very cool. Do they ever kind of submit requests for stuff that they want
They,
out
yes,
of the
they would love to see carrots.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
so would I, but no, we actually went to the cilantro on the request of a resident. We were using the oregano and stuff like that, but they wanted the cilantro. So we tried the cilantro. They asked for the mint. So we switched to the mint. So we do ask their suggestions and take it, and if we could get it, we try it.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Has anyone ever tried something from the farm that they really thought they would not like but ended up liking it?
The spicy mix.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
'Cause
that's not uncommon. I think
no,
myself included, you hear spicy mix and you think, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna like that.
we use it a lot in the soups and for the some of the spices that we do for chicken, but you tell them it's in the soup and they just look at you like, okay, I don't think it's that spicy. I don't think but it's not. But
Yeah.
the spicy mix is the one, and at least my staff in the kitchen thinks
Cool.
is good.
Very cool. All right. Um, let's see. Okay, you kind of already answered this with the carrots, but is there anything that you wish you could grow in the farm that you haven't tried yet?
From me, no, but they would, of course, they would like to see fruits and
Yeah.
vegetables, which you explain to them it's not possible.
Yeah, I wish. That is definitely a very common request. So a lot of some of you may be familiar with gardening outside of the
And
farm. If you're
there's
familiar
a
with
garden
gardening outside,
outside, so they're used to
all of the yeah,
doing
a
some of
lot
that.
more options out there. A lot of those crops do need cross-pollination, which is why they don't do well inside the farm. They need more space, they need the breeze, they need the bees, they need all that stuff to help cross-pollinate to really flower. We do constantly trial stuff here, so I do want to say we're trying to get some sort of fruited or flowering options that produce an actual fruit. But yeah, this particular unit really does much better with lettuces, herbs, and flowers.
Yeah.
But hopefully that leaves some gardening outside for the fun, big fruits and vegetables too. Do you guys ever transplant some of your crops that grow inside the farm outdoors to the garden?
We haven't yet, but that's something that I would like to do down the road with the person who they have dealing with the farm.
Yeah. Does anyone in the room have experience with gardening?
Yes.
Yeah, you do?
It's,
Be interested in maybe taking some of the stuff that's grown inside the microfarm indoors and work with somebody to transplant them into a garden. Is that something that'd be interesting to you?
That sounds good.
Yeah, because that's a possibility. So if
Yeah,
you guys are looking for some sort of activities as the warm weather comes,
yeah.
that is maybe something to talk about there to see if it's possible. Your herbs and your flowers do really well when you move them outside into soil for the warmer months.
Well, that's good because we have a couple of patios
Yeah,
we could grow them in.
the whole pod that they grow in inside the farm with all the roots and everything, you just take that whole thing out and you could put it right into soil as it is. You don't have to do anything else. And well, you have to water it, of course, but you don't have to remove it from the pod. You can just transplant the pod outdoors and let it continue to grow there. So maybe
Well,
that's
that's good.
something to look forward to.
Yes.
You could do it in containers too if you don't have raised beds or beds, because you mentioned patios. So I personally have taken some home and done them, well, basil in a container pot, and it does really well throughout the summer. I even let it bolt and took the seeds out of it, and I'm gonna try it again this year, so we'll see.
Yeah, also an
Good.
option.
That's
Maybe in
good
a
to know.
windowsill in a residence room or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I might have already asked all these. Are there any questions that you can think of, Jeff, based off some of the stuff we've chatted about today?
No, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting when you tell people when you're outside, what do you do? Oh, we do this, and then they come in. It's a great talking point with family members where we have it because we did for um what was it? Valentine's Day, we did a strawberry mint cake.
Yeah.
And we used the mint that we harvested on the cake. And a lot of the family members, they come in and they're like, "Oh, was that just in there when I was here last weekend?" So it's a good talking point with family members as well as the residents that they all come in and they're all trying to guess what's growing.
Yeah, very
And
cool.
so
Okay.
Yeah, sounds lovely. Um,
About that.
what?
all right. What are some
Question. Was
Oh.
that a question?
No, he said his birthday's coming up next.
Mother's Day.
Oh,
Day is coming up next, yes, Mother's Day.
So you need a cake for that.
Yes.
yeah. I was about to say Mother's Day. I don't know. I was about to say if there's any herbs or flowers that are in your farm currently, they'll probably be ready right around then if you can weave them into some Mother's Day activities.
Yeah.
Father's Day is not far behind that, so same opportunity there. Maybe you'll get another cake
Yep.
some, mint or something to spice it up a little bit. Um, and then I'm trying to think if there's other. What else is coming up? Those are probably the two big ones.
Yeah, if you still have some mint going, Derby Day, Kentucky Derby Day is coming up.
Kentucky Derby Day,
Yeah, we've seen other senior living homes do mint julep parties
Yeah.
for their Derby Day and make it with the freshly harvested mint. So that was really fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys use a lot of things in drinks? Do you do infused waters and stuff like that, or mostly just culinary?
We do flavored waters in this particular facility in the district home. They're asking to put the fruits and stuff like that in so we can incorporate
Yeah.
them into
I've
that.
seen like a cucumber mint water thing. You did a really good strawberry
Oh
basil.
yeah, we did a strawberry basil spritz with the freshly harvested basil and then just muddled some strawberries, basil, added soda water on top and ice. It was delicious. Highly recommend, very refreshing for summertime. And I feel like basil is the one or one of the things in the farm that you just get an abundance of when you harvest. So it's a good way to kind of use up some of that basil.
That's good.
Is there anything that you grow in the farm or see on our menu that you just not really sure how to use? Like, would any recipe share or anything like that be useful to you if there are others that we've seen elsewhere to pass along?
No, I think what we're using goes in good because we'll use the mint, the cilantro, the parsley. We do it in salsas.
Perfect, yeah.
We made our own pesto sauce with the basil. So we use what we're currently growing in with our menu cycle.
Perfect. So you kind of locked in exactly how you want to use everything or how
Right now until we change the menu and the summer's coming up, so that'll be a little different that I might try some other types of greens.
Yeah. So do your menu kind of changes with the season, maybe? Is that what I'm
Partially, part of it does, but we also do a lot of catering here.
Okay.
Try and incorporate that in with the catering with the Vibrant Minds menu, and that's what I'm thinking. More the Vibrant Minds menu, what we could, because that's a lot of the spices that makes it what it is. To start
Yeah.
growing them, changing that up a little bit for the future menus.
I'm curious to learn a little bit more about the Vibrant Minds stuff. Can you kind of chat me through like how you decide what to pick, who's helping kind of facilitate, what are some good things for that initiative?
It is for the brain health, for the continued brain, for the ones that have cognitive issues to help slow it down, help prevent it. So this is something Sodexo has started to do in the senior living facilities. And it's right now there's 400 and something recipes. So it's like adding rosemary with oregano. It's adding the fruits, it's adding, but a lot of it is the spices that you add to the food that makes it what it is. So like we're doing something on Friday and we're doing rosemary potatoes. Most people don't think of potatoes as a healthier option, but it is, along with the fruits and the salmons and things like that, the proteins.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at the new recipes that just came out and then look at the menu and see what I'm gonna change up to start growing for the menus that are gonna be coming up.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds very cool. Yeah, it's always very interesting the more I learn what things like what different crops can provide for your body that maybe we don't think. Because I'm with you, like I don't necessarily always think potatoes as the healthiest thing, but it does have benefits, especially when mixed with the right herbs and things that, your body needs in lots of places you don't think that it does. So, so cool. Who helps you kind of figure, you guys have like a dietitian who helps figure out those things that
We
are
have a
better?
dietitian that's on hand, that she's heavily involved right now with the Vibrant Mind. We have people in corporate, but they also have then the menu. So if it's something I want to try or change, I could send a recipe in and see if it gets approved.
Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we have any questions from the group here? Anything they want to share?
Anybody got a question about the farm or what you'd like to see?
Or how we work, how Babylon works, anything that you
How
can
the
think
farm
of.
works? What questions do you guys have?
Just wanna do 2 o'clock rounds. I wanna see what it's like. Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's right.
That's okay.
Do you guys want to learn how the farm works?
Yes.
If you could
Sure.
explain a little bit how the farm works, that would be great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep, I can help with that. So, the farm is full of technology. There's technology packed in every facet of the farm. So, the farm itself is a hydroponic micro farm, which means water only. We are feeding the crops that you walk by every day and see growing in the farm are growing from nutrient-rich water. There's no soil in there. Every day the farm has sensors inside that read what's going on in the water and decides exactly how much nutrients to put into the water to properly feed the crops. And then on a cycle all day, the farm will irrigate. So it'll send all that nutrient-rich water all the way up through the system. It'll feed all of the crops that are growing in every level. And then it'll settle back down and take a break at night. And that's kind of how it operates on a cycle every day. And over time, those things keep growing, and Jeff and the team harvest directly out of there and use it in the dining service. Jeff controls the farm with an app. So the farm does come with an app on your phone, and that's how you know everything that's going on the farm. You know the crops that are growing, you know when they were started, you know when they're due for harvest, you know um, you know when to transplant them, you know when to plant fresh ones when you have room to plant new. So it's all kind of monitored through that app and guiding Jeff as the farmer or the operator on how to work the system. The fans are constantly on, moving air in and out. The lights are constantly on to kind of mimic the sun. At night, when you guys are sleeping, you don't even know, but those lights cut off to give the crops a break at night, kind of like the sun would. And then in the morning, the lights cut back on to keep them growing. So that's kind of how it's all interconnected. It's a really cool piece of equipment. It's a large piece of equipment, obviously. It takes a lot to run it. Jeff probably works in the farm anywhere from 2 to 3 hours a week, if I had to guess, if
Mhm.
not a little bit more. Some weeks there's nothing to do. You're just walking by and looking at everything growing. And then some weeks there's two beautiful zones of lettuce due all at one time. So you have to harvest and clean. So it kind of it ebbs and flows with the work day. We have over 40 crops that we offer on the menu. Well, I say 40 crops, it's I think 20-ish crops, but we have some mixes. So there's lots of variety in what we offer to grow. Jeff kind of has picked the things that work best with the meal service. But you can grow lettuces and leafy greens in there. You can grow herbs and flowers. Those are our three main categories for what we offer. So next time you walk by the farm, you can kind of try to see what is currently growing. You can see maybe you can hear the water flowing. If you hear water trickling in the background, that means it's in the middle of an irrigation cycle. It's not spraying down like you're used to maybe if you're in a grocery store and you or have been in a grocery store and you kind of see water spray down on top of the produce. It's not like that. It's actually filling and going directly to the root system. So you're not going to see it flow, but you're going to hear it flow. And that's how you know water is getting to the crops like it's supposed to. If you don't hear running water, that's totally fine. That just means it's in the middle of a break. It's just not in the middle of an irrigation cycle. So it's all happening automatically in the background as you go about your day. And it's fun to see the stuff grow and get bigger as the weeks go by, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it is.
Any questions about any of that information? I know it was a lot of information, but any questions about anything I said?
Question? No. And it's funny you talk about the lights because when we first got it, one morning a resident was walking around and they swore the machine was broken because they didn't see it.
Yeah.
And
They
they
are
came
all
running to the
from,
kitchen. It's
yeah.
broken. The farm, it's broken.
Yep, that's funny. So they cut off from midnight to 6 a.m. and so sometimes some early risers who are wandering around will see it without the lights on. So not uncommon, especially a lot of like dining service folks get there really, really early. They have to start breakfast service, so
Yeah.
they're there bright and early. They may see the lights off sometimes, but that's totally normal. They'll kick back on their own, assuming it's plugged in and running. So yeah, that's funny though.
Yeah.
Question for you, Jeff.
Yes.
Do you harvest out by the farm or do you take the trays back into like a kitchen or prep area to
So
harvest?
I harvest out in the farm and I try and do it during a busier time when residents are out there so they actually see, because it's a good topic conversation. What are you going to use this for? What's
Mm-hmm.
coming up and things like that. But I don't bring them back in and do it behind closed doors. I do it out front at the farm tray at a time.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's awesome. That's exactly why I was asking because I know that people do enjoy seeing it and then you get the smell of it too, which is really
It,
nice.
yes, especially the
Yeah.
basils and the
Hmm.
cilantros and the mints. They're all, once you start cutting it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know exactly
people
what
come
you're
back,
doing.
some of the staff members come out of the woodworks. Ooh, I'm making this tonight. Can I please get a little of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that too. So one of the perks of working here is like on big harvest days, this place smells so good. All of the herbs smell so good, and then we get to take home the extras. Um, and it's always fun to try to. I'm not the biggest chef, like I can cook and I do cook, but I'm trying to get better about experimenting a little bit with some of the stuff we offer, a lot of the herbs and stuff like that, and weaving them into my home cooking. So it's another big reason I like talking to chefs who work in these farms because I like to see how they're using what they're growing and maybe copy when I go home.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Just
Yeah,
making sure we're good on time.
yeah, no, I like the basil. We use it with our marinara sauce.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And we
Basil's
put
really
it,
versatile and it smells the best. I love
yeah,
the smell of basil. It's a good
we'll
one.
put it in the pizza sauce when we do pizzas. So,
Do any of the residents ever come up and like want to try to help you?
yes,
Yeah.
they have. Especially
Yeah, help
the
you
one
harvest.
whose her favorite spice is cilantro, and she's always, when are you gonna harvest the cilantro? When are you gonna? I want to do it. I want to do it.
It's funny.
That's very nice.
Well, that's lovely. If you feel like sharing, I think it's probably always fun to let them maybe have a couple goes at harvesting a couple things. I
And
know.
there's
Yeah.
one at Willow Oaks with the residents helping
Yep.
use that one. So
Yes. I think that one would be a great interactive one from my understanding. I don't know if the folks in the room, I'm not sure if you know, but Birmingham Green is getting a second one. It'll be in a different building than the one you're in, but so that's exciting. There will be even more opportunity for fresh grown on campus there.
yeah,
I know it's in a different building than the one you're in now, so you may not see it, but just know that it's happening around you. Okay, any other questions or anything about some of the stuff we've chatted about today?
no, no,
No.
no.
All right. Well, hopefully next time when walking by the farm, maybe you'll have a little bit more of an understanding of what it is and why it's there, how Jeff's using it every day. And then, would love to see if you guys decide to kind of weave in transplanting into soil or some more harvest activities. Would love to hear about it. And if anyone thinks of questions later after today, you're welcome to pass your questions to Jeff and he'll ask me and I will see how I can help you.
Perfect.
Okay. And same with Sarah. If there's something that you think Sarah could answer or help with from a marketing perspective, we're both here as resources for you.
Yeah, always
Great.
happy to help.
Thank you guys very much.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Y'all have a great rest of your day.
Take care.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye,
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
everyone.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.